Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Wallerdog Gaming Channel. As promised, we would come back with the part 2 of connecting your stones. This should be chapter 6, I believe. So here we have on the board a lot of different stones and situations here, right? If you're coming out from the side and you're moving towards the center, then some things you can do. One is you could have a connecting stone, but as you'll see here, if you're using a connecting stone, very slow, but very solid. Okay, hopefully that's better focused than before. All right, so like I said, it's very solid, but very slow. So the other thing that we can do is we can go from here, we can do a one space jump, which is a lot faster moving to the board. And then the other thing you have is the two space jump, which moves you even more quickly to the center of the board. The problems with these, as you can see, is there's an awful lot of space in between here that white can do some shenanigans. So speaking of shenanigans, so typically if we were faced with a situation where black was running out like this and white decides to peep like this, and black goes here, white goes here, black goes here, then if white cuts, black's not too concerned because black can Atari, and either come out or Hane this stone. So in this case, a lot of reading would be involved. If white is lightly, not solidly connected, white has come out with one space jumps as well as black, then it's a little more difficult. Now, in this particular case, it's going to be a lot easier for white to cut black because white is solid on both sides. So now if black plays here and white connects, and black plays here and white cuts, and black Ataris, white extends. Now this group is almost completely surrounded and it's a lot more difficult for black to try and do any shenanigans to live here. So that's something to be careful of. If white's solid on both sides, then a one space jump is not good enough. So if a one space jump isn't good enough in that case, then black should think about making a bamboo joint. Now this is not a full bamboo joint. A full bamboo joint would be if black were to go here. This is called a bamboo joint because now if white plays here, black simply connects and it's a solid connection. Bamboo joint in itself cannot be cut. And we'll keep this simple for now. There is a situation in fighting for life and death that a bamboo joint can be dangerous, but we won't cover that today. So we've got one space jumps, we got bamboo joints, we got two space jumps. We also have the diagonal move, which is still it's a solid move, but there again you're only going out one space at a time. It's very slow. Can't be cut because if black does this, well, white can simply connect and still have a solid line of stones or a solid group. That's not a problem. And then over here, what we have here is, what about the small knight's move? That is a form of jumping out to the center as well. But a small knight's move is also prone to being cut. If we attach here, white tries to connect, black can then cut, and then if white's going to try to enclose the two stones, well, black can make a one space, an extension from his other stone, and then white is still cut. But there again, now this white group here is very weak. a one space knight's move can be used, but you've got to use it with caution. So that also then goes to say a large knight's move is also prone to being cut. In this case, everybody's jumping out, black's working his way out, but let's say white wants to connect. White can actually connect his white stones by playing underneath black here on the second line. Black blocks, white cuts. If black blocks here, well then white simply plays here. If black goes here, then white can go here. Black tries to cut. White can Atari taking these two stones. So that's probably not going to be the case. So in that case, black blocks, white cuts, black, there's an exchange here, so black actually is going to live and get territory, white's going to be able to connect. Black Ataris, white Ataris, black will connect, so he can be solid here. White then will need to go the rest of the way through. Then black has a couple options here. Black can go here, but doing that, white's going to Atari, so maybe this is better because black can come out this way. So white Ataris. Black takes the stone. White can extend once, and black actually doesn't have to play right now. Could play one more to threaten to hit the head of two stones, but you'll see here black will have an eye here and here, so black is alive, white is connected, so they're both kind of happy with this type of a thing. So something that you'll see, you can see on a board when you have stones on the third line that can be connected, and sometimes connecting your stones gives you life. Just like you can see there, well, black made life on the bottom. Maybe he can't go out in the middle because the middle is too dangerous because white's all over the middle. So maybe black has to be happy with just making a little territory here, and white is happy because now his two single stones, which can be captured, become a group that's connected. So that's what I have for connecting stones here for today. Next week we will look at basic life and death shapes on the board. Corners, sides, middle, stuff like that. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thank you all for watching, and we will see you Monday through Thursday, 8 to 10 p.m. Berlin time. We're on Twitch. We'll see you there. There's some pepper in my bowl.